The Understand Contract Law and You Win Video Blitz Contest with 4 ways to win. This is how you can get noticed for your research, knowledge, and articulation of any law, procedure, theory, or technique designed to empower people and help educate and enlighten people about the law, how to fight debt collectors, how to deal with foreclosures, legal definitions, helping people understand the private and the public, all the different remedies that are available in any capacity whatsoever. You can go over court cases, you can go over definitions in Black's Law Dictionary, you can go over case precedent decisions, you can go and read Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, you can show examples of paperwork that you've used that's effective, that can help people. And so we are looking to compile a plethora of videos to show to and present to our private members through our website, as well as to post publicly to YouTube, so that the masses can see and learn and take initiative to study this material, know that there are remedies despite a lot of the nonsense out there on YouTube. There are remedies that do work. There are things that you should look into if you want to, if you want asset protection, fixing up your credit report, stopping foreclosures. There are remedies for you. And so if you would like to contribute and get your voice out there and get compensated for your passion and your creativity, this is the opportunity for you. The first prize, there's a lot of prizes here, so make sure you watch this video. Even if you do not get selected for the first prize or second prize or third prize, it's still going to be well worth your time, in my opinion. And I hope you have a lot of fun doing the project and knowing that your research is going to get out there by posting it to our YouTube channel that has already 350,000 total views. It's automatically going to get more traffic than if you were to post it to your YouTube or a brand new YouTube channel. It doesn't have as much popularity. So this is a way for you to also brand yourself. If you have another little niche, if you have a little or some specialty that you would like to have some overflow business from, you can also advertise that you're the author. This is your other website as well. You do have to advertise our website and our Understand Contract Law, but you can also mention who you are, what you do, what your specialty is, if you have one. And you don't have to have a specialty. You could just be someone who's relatively new to this material. That's perfectly okay too. So the first prize is going to win a contract with Understand Contract Law to be continually contracted to make future videos. If we like your video, if your video is better than everyone else's video and is able to teach and empower people and give people real value, and again, what we do is set ourselves apart from all the nonsense that's out there. Everybody trying to discharge their debts according to accepted for value, HJR 192. That stuff doesn't work. So we're not going after stuff that doesn't work. We're going after stuff that actually works. We get 200 phone calls and emails a week through our website for the last 3 years, and we're able to discern and decipher and follow up and find out what's working, what's not working. People call us all the time and say, "Oh, I'm trying this. I copied this from YouTube and it's not working." So what our mission goal is to teach people remedies that actually work, okay, from our own experience and from our constituents' experience and from people emailing us every single day, emailing us every single week, emailing us, calling us throughout the year, going on our conference calls and giving feedback and asking questions. So that is the goal. And so stick to something that is valuable and is going to work, or just talk about some court case or something else that's significant. If you want to make the video anonymously, you can do it anonymously. If you want to do it with a pen name, you can do it with a pen name. If you want to use whatever legal name or real name, you can do that as well. It's totally up to you based on your criteria. So there's a lot of flexibility here. You can do it on any topic you want. The length of the video doesn't matter. We're going to go over the particulars in this slideshow. And the first place prize could mean that you're going to be getting up to $1,000 a month just to do 5 or 10 videos a month. Or however many videos, based on the length and the content. And you can do them anytime that you want and just get paid every month to continue to feed videos to the YouTube audience or to a private membership audience. So if you keep watching the entire video if you want to see all the terms and conditions of the presentation and all the things that you can win. There are, right now as of January 2015, the posting of this video, there are 3 positions currently available on the Understand Contract Law community. So if you go to our website, if you go to understandcontractlawandyouvin.com/career, you will see there are 3 partnership opportunity positions, and generally we are looking for people that can bring something to the table, people that have some experience or are quick learners, people who are self-starters, people who have the initiative to self-solve your own challenges and hurdles, and people obviously who are very passionate about the subject matter, their talents and their skill sets. The 3 positions are sales, fundraising, people reaching out to our private members, seeing if we have a solution for an issue that they have, seeing if they would like to exchange a donation in exchange for some help or one of the products that we have on our website. Position number 2 is document preparation. Simple enough. People have particular products that they want, particular documents that they want prepared for them. You can get paid for that. And then option number 3 is covered in this presentation. So this presentation is only about option 3. If the career opportunity, option 1, sales and fundraising, or option 2, document preparation, interests you, go to the link that you see above and please read that and check that out. And we are currently taking applications. It is January 2015, and we probably will be doing so for the remainder of the entire year. So check out that link and see if that's still active if you are watching this in the future. So now we're going to go over the marketing presentation opportunity. This video contest is what we will use to decipher the best candidate for that position. We're looking for 1 and possibly 2 candidates for this position. Your video submission will either be used on our when you submit your video to us to screen through and select the best candidate. You're submitting that the video is going to be selected to potentially be used on our private weekly webinars to our private members, or posted to YouTube. Okay, one or the other or both. The video contest is offering that every contributor who puts together a good video that we do use is going to be receiving $150 of Understand Contract Law credits. And as a private member of our website, it's free to join. You can use that towards credit towards any product or service through our website or service from another member in our community. Okay, so if you have a goal, short-term or long-term goal, as in terms of asset protection, setting up trusts, setting up companies, dealing with debt collectors, foreclosure issues, the variety of different issues, you will at minimum get $150 in credits to use towards that. And so that entitles you to a 90-minute telephone consultation at the minimal, but there's also other products teaching you how to fix your credit report, teaching you how to claim abandoned homes, etc., etc., etc. And so there are 4 ways to win. There are multiple ways to win multiple prizes we're throwing out here. We're really trying to grab people's attention and pull people in and really encourage a larger number of people to do the contest here. So we're going to be giving out prizes to virtually everybody. So the absolute prizes are the prizes that 3 people will definitely win, one for first, second, and third place. We're going to cover that in the next slide. There are conditional prizes, whereas if your video is good, it should be able to get 5,000 YouTube views over the course of time, over the course of 2015 at some point, or at least 1,000 YouTube views. And that is basically just going to test the quality of the video. And if the viewers like what you have to present there, that'll be the test to find out if we want to pay you to do more videos. So you will win a second prize once your video gets up to the 5,000 or 1,000 views. Now the grand prize is the contract, which ranges from $500 to $1,000 per month based on our monthly budget of ordering future videos on different topics. We may give you topics, or we may give you the free rein to come up with other topics that you have specific knowledge about, that you are passionate about. And so we're looking for 1 and possibly 2, but we're definitely looking for at least 1 individual to produce a good 10 videos per month. And that contract with UCL, if you do not want it, but if you do produce the best video and you win first place, and you choose you do not want to do that, then the other option is that you can get $1,000 in store credit, $1,000 in UCL store credit. That entitles you to 10 hours of one-on-one coaching, or $1,000 off any of the products on the website. Or any other service that another member on our private membership provides, fighting debt collectors, stopping foreclosure, different things like that, dealing with credit card debt, etc., etc., etc. So it's a pretty substantial grand prize. Now, every contributor who contributes a video will win at least 30 minutes of free coaching on any topic, okay? So 4 prizes, 4 ways to win. You can win multiple categories. And let's go through exactly what that is. Well, here's the instructions, okay? You're going to make a video about any topic about contract law, like we said, procedure, definitions, Black's Law definitions, the meaning and significance of different court cases, teaching people about their rights, teaching people, the difference between, what's a 14th Amendment citizen, different history about the law, about people's rights, about court cases, about anything in this topic, any techniques that are working. We will not allow any submissions on topics of issues that do not work anymore, like A for V or any nonsense like that actually doesn't work. Okay, so we're not going to allow that. So you must know what works, or you must select a topic if you're going to be presenting a technique of something that you have actually had a success on, or that has a likelihood of a success. Even if you haven't tried it yet, we'll have to screen through that, and based on our experience, we'll know whether or not it's appropriate or not. And there'll be some leeway there. If you submit something and you did a good job on the video, we'll give you a second chance to go and kind of pick a different topic. We're not going to automatically exclude you from the contest, okay? So we're going to be, we can give you some leeway there with that if you're not sure. Giving value and teaching people and causing the viewer to have aha moments, whether, again, even if it's just about the definition and the significance of the definition, that's appropriate and okay too. And just articulating a concept or telling a story about something that happened in history around the Civil War with the 14th Amendment, for example, or 1933 with the bankruptcy and the collapse of the stock market and how that instituted the whole birth certificate system and the alloidial title, and the whole anything you want to teach people about banking and the double entry bookkeeping system. There's a lot of topics. We're going to go through some suggested topics in a couple of slides. Obviously, we're looking for someone with a strong, confident voice who is articulate and passionate in the presentation. Now, you can work with this with a partner if you have more if you're more of a low talker or have more of a weak voice or something like that. I mean, this is an opportunity for you to express yourself. So you may want to use this as an opportunity to become a speaker, become a presenter. And again, you're not really in a live room talking to people. You're doing it on recording. You can do 1, 2, 3, as many takes as you want until you get it the way that you like it, where you're comfortable with people hearing your presentation. And of course, nobody has to see your face or anything like that, but this is an opportunity for you to get out of your shell and learn to articulate and speak about something that you're passionate about. That is going to help and empower other people. But if you choose not to do that, if you choose, you can do the slides and you can have a friend of yours read the slides, and you could submit the video together and you could split the prize. So just make sure that you research something well enough to be able to talk about it. If you don't know anything about it, you may want to do a little bit of research first, and then a couple days later, put the video together, or later in the day after you research it, put it together. But you got to be able to digest and explain in your own words and explain why something is significant. Otherwise, we just don't want people copying, definitions and not really articulating or having it make significance to the viewers, okay? So if you're going to be talking about some topic or something like that, tell people why it's significant. Tell people why they can use that in their standing in a particular court situation or something like that, okay? Present something in relation to what you learned from our classes or our future webinars is a great idea. So if you're in our status correction course that we're about halfway done in the middle of right now, many of our private members have elected to take that course. It's probably the most significant and important 3 to 4 month course that we've been doing or that we have ever done. So make sure you go to our website, check out the status correction course. You can get late entry to the course if you'd like to. Call the number. Talk to Jay or someone about how to get into that. But if you want to articulate some of the material learning and put that in a presentation, that would be wonderful, a wonderful idea, a wonderful topic. Now, the best video, obviously, we'll get an invitation to be continually contracted, i.e. getting paid to do regular videos for us weekly, monthly. You could do it around the clock whenever you want from anywhere in the world and make an extra $500 to $1,000. That is flexible. That is the ability to go based on our budget. It can even go higher than that, but I just wanted to give you, an expected range. You can make some extra cash every month, especially if you need it. Notice how I use a lot of color variety in these presentation slides and how it looks nicer than just black on white text. Okay, so you want to copy what I'm doing, plagiarize what I'm doing if you like the way that it looks, and if any of the videos on our YouTube channel are getting a lot of views, copy what they're doing, and we're going to give you some screenshots and some slides and some examples. So spend some time on our website, on our YouTube channel, to get an idea of what is receptive to the YouTube audience. Now, there are no restrictions on length. We're just looking for quality, similar to this video or some of the other examples on these following a YouTube channel. Okay, so you can just go to, there's our YouTube link, spend some time on it if you haven't been to it in a while, and click around and see some of the PowerPoint presentation slides that we have done in the past. If clip art does a great thing. If you've seen in this presentation, I've used a lot of clip art, and so if you're looking for a clip art to talk about celebrate, in this example here, type the word into Google, and the default search is web. Just click on images, and you can basically steal any of these images and paste them into your PowerPoint presentation slides. We don't want bland, dull, black and white with just words. We want animation. We want visual stimulation in the presentation. This is just good quality content in a nutshell, and obviously to be articulated very well. Create a fitting PowerPoint slide theme. So you can get all these PowerPoint slide themes, like the one in the backdrop that I'm using to put the text over and the images over in this video. I just took that from, I typed in PowerPoint slide themes free or any similar keyword, and you will find under the web section many websites that'll allow you to download a variety of different themes. And you can also click on images and just copy the theme backdrop from the images and just paste that as the background into 10 or 20 or 30 slides before you do it. Now make sure that the theme doesn't have like girly roses and flowers and things in that. Make sure that it's fitting to the content that we are covering. Also, one of the reasons why this assignment or why this challenge for this contest, if you've never done something like this before, really it's not rocket science. I wrote here at the bottom, a 10-year-old can create a biology presentation with PowerPoint, just like I am right now. However simple it is that even an 8-year-old or a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old can create a presentation like this. A lot of adults, get a little complacent. They work in their job for a long time, and they, you're a truck driver, or you work at Walmart, or you work for a corporate job. And you get a little complacent, and you don't develop some skills and talents in other areas. And as simple as it is to just go online and learn how to get these PowerPoint slides, put material together, give a presentation, it's really one of the key things if you want to be an internet marketer and either work with us on as this position, or create your own website in any capacity, sell any product from any network marketing company, affiliate marketing company. You can go to ClickBank and you can find other people's products, and you can sell other people's products and earn commissions on them. If you want to have a career on the internet and be an internet marketer, being able to put together PowerPoint presentations and narrate them and sell to people to get them to engage and take action on something like I'm doing with you right now. I'm convincing you to take action and create take up the challenge and create these videos and stuff. This is I mean, second nature to me, but for those of you who don't have any experience with it, if you can learn to do it and get good at it, you can have a whole new career in internet marketing. I'm not going to go any more on that, but if you have questions about that, ask me. So anyways, back to the assignment here. Here are some slides of a presentation we have on YouTube called Public Trust versus Private Trust Explained. As you can see, there's lots of clip art. There's variety in the, the text, italicized, underlined, and things like that, different colors text. And there's obviously an image that draws out the difference between the private and the public. Here's another slide right here. Again, making columns, showing distinctions, putting clip art in the slides. Very important. Now this video has gotten over 42,000 views, 373 thumbs ups, and only 11 thumbs downs. So obviously, if this has had a good response, check out this video and kind of watch it if you haven't watched it, because it's great material. It's good information. But copy what works. Here's another video we have that it doesn't have as many views, but it was only posted in the last year or so, and very well put together slides, very, very good feedback. People that have seen this have commented and said, wow, you really explained to me what a private administrative process was. As you can see, the variety in the size and bullet points and some specific details. If you see in the right-hand slide at the bottom there in pink, it says Rule 803, Rule 902. Very, very good detail and just some pretty looking slides. There's some other presentations that have been done as well. This one has 5,476 views, 27 thumbs ups, 1 thumb down. Some pretty good feedback for a 4-minute and 20-second video going over, scrolling down and reading House Joint Resolution 192 and dissertating and explaining what the significance of that and what that means. So not all videos need to be long and have all these slides put out, but some of them can just be reading and researching something as well, and they still get good feedback. How to find the Chief Financial Officer. This is a video that we did showing people how to look up the CFO if you're going to do a debt validation process with the CFO of a bank or send any other communications about the alleged loan or anything like that with any of these private or public processes. Some people just as simple as it may seem, some people just don't know how to find that. So little things like that. There should be a how-to for everything. How to look up this, how to do that, how to file a court case, where to go online to look up your docket sheet in your foreclosure case. I mean, I find that is just that people call and they don't even know where they're at. I ask, have you gotten a foreclosure complaint? Are you in foreclosure? Have you gotten a summons and complaint? Is there a court case? And people don't even know if there's a court case. They're just like, oh, I don't know. They don't know if they have an attorney on the case. They don't, most people don't even know because this has been hanging over their head for years. So showing people where they can go to their court and look up and actually view their docket sheet would be a wonderful idea for a video. Then we can direct people, get a copy of your docket sheet before you even send it to us, before you even ask for help, because it is a waste of time if you don't even know where you're at, you don't even know what the status is of your foreclosure case. Give us a screenshot of the docket sheet so we can see where you're at, what's been going on, what stage of the game you're at, so that we can help you. Now here's another video, 8,582 views. As you can see down here, 40 likes, 0 thumbs downs. So again, watch this video. That's another example of a good video that's gotten a lot of positive feedback. It's driven traffic to our website. It's gotten people interested in understand contract law. Another video that we did using Bitcoin in under 4 minutes. Anything related to how to, and throwing a headline up there, something like how to blah 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 in less than in 10 minutes or in 3 simple steps. Those are called hooks when you're talking about marketing. And so try to pick a headline that's going to grab people in and tell people how simple and how easy it is and why it's worth their time to watch the video and play it. You're not going to be using too much of their time, and you're going to be showing them something valuable that they are trying, if they're looking up how to use Bitcoin and they find this video, it's going to be step-by-step screen share. So watch that video and study and learn. So now I'm going to go through a non-exhaustive list of just some suggested topics. Again, you can pick any topic that makes sense to talk about. Okay, annotated statutes of court cases. For example, the importance of the Hale versus Hinkle Supreme Court landmark decision about private rights versus a corporation's rights, and the corporation being an agent of the state and not having the same rights as a private individual. You've got legal maxims of law. An unrebutted affidavit is truth. Explain the history of that. Explain what that means. Explain how that's significant. The SPC process explained in a nutshell, which if you are taking our status correction course, you will get all the ins and outs about the complete secured party creditor process, the proper one, not the incomplete one that other people are selling out there. Explaining common law trusts, things one needs in order to establish a common law trust before they even begin. I mean, they need to have do they need to have another trustee? Do they need to have a second trustee? Do they need to select who the beneficiaries are going to be? Do they want to be the one in control, or do they want to be the owner of the assets of the trust? I mean, what are they looking to do? A great explanation, because people are very confused about trusts, and they're very, very, very powerful. So that's a great idea, is things that you would need to determine first before you start to create a trust, okay? Any sort of walkthrough on Bitcoins, how to convert Bitcoins, how to find them for the best rate, when to buy them, when to sell them, how to use them, where to go to use them, the simplicity of it, why using Bitcoin threatens the Federal Reserve System and threatens the federal corporation control on our money supply, and how we can reduce war and promote world peace through this uncontrolled, decentralized, private form of barter exchange, currency, commodity, whatever you call it. Okay. Setting up a U-Bot or an LLC and its advantages. Again, that's an unincorporated business organization trust or a limited liability company. Any of the products that we offer, you can use to determine different topics and different things that you want to discuss. Reading through certain documents, scrolling through different paperwork that you've prepared for, like I said, debt validation, court cases, anything like that, anything that can give a lesson to the audience. Going over some historic event relative to common law, sovereignty, or bankruptcy. Going to our YouTube channel, look for other stuff online for ideas, or looking at other stuff that other YouTube people have out there, and kind of using their idea and just copying the idea, but presenting it in your own way and putting your own content in there is a great way to come up with another idea. The concept of impersona conjuncta, any concept that you hear from Jack Smith's Monday Night Downloads, gives you a wealth of, I'm done listening to his Monday Night Downloads, and I've got like 20, 30 ideas for how to put together presentations and lessons that I want to give. Again, anything related to Bitcoin, we wrote that in there twice. Why the Secretary of State's defense between the public and the private, what is the art of passing the buck, how to win in court is essential, and why all the private process stuff is, quote, nonsense unless you know how to open up a lawsuit in order to enforce it. Interesting concept people really need to take into consideration. Difference between opening up a lawsuit in common law court versus statutory court. Now, some real thorough walkthrough on that would be magnificent to give out to the community. For example, see the public trust, private trust video explained, which is a very well put together video. Parts of the CFR are the IRS code, teaching people to learn and understand the tax law. Any parts of the U.S. code that are interesting to you or relevant to asset protection, liability, negotiable instruments, anything of that nature. Parts of the Uniform Commercial Code or the Unitrial Convention, and anything related to any relevant specifics to commercial law. Okay? When a private administrative process is not to be used or will not work, another great topic idea for a headline. And that's going to get people to click on it, and that's going to get people to want to watch it when you can give people, when you can rebut presumptions that people think things are going to work, why A for V doesn't work anymore is another great topic idea, okay? But the content has to be on point. It has to be articulate. It needs to be presented well, and you need to really cut in there and give people value and show people the proof of what you're claiming and what you're talking about. Otherwise, your video is going to get a lot of thumbs downs and not good feedback, and cause a backlash in the reputation of the presenter. Conditional acceptances when they will not work. Again, wonderful, wonderful headline. And then there's a bunch of court cases I threw in there. You can just look at those and the significance of those if you don't know. Hey, look them up, because these are some major court precedents about one of them is the liability of a corporation not being able to be extended to the shareholders, and piercing the corporate veil, and creating your entity, your legal entity, your trust, your corporation, the one that is solely responsible, not the individual owner behind the corporation. So very powerful court cases there. Check them out. Any other cases that you find, this is not an exhaustive list. These are just some ideas that you may want to use, and use that court case as the topic of the YouTube video. What is a motion to strike? What is a request for admissions? Sample motion to dismisses, things like that for different specific kinds of cases, credit card foreclosures, and just giving people, an idea of how to learn from any sort of documents that you have already prepared. What is a demurrer? CRIS, Court Registry Investment Systems, how to find the oaths of office or bonds of whatever public officials. Standard Form 95, what it's used for. What is a private attorney general action? Concept of consent to be governed. Again, you can talk about concepts as well. A response to what happened to the mountain man on YouTube. That was the man in New York City who was charged with fishing without a license, and he said, well, it's my human right, and I'm under the common law, and he forced the judge out of the courtroom. Well, what happened to him later on? Did he get arrested? Did he get charged? What's the status with his court case now? I think if you put together a video like that, it would get a lot of traffic and a lot of attention. Of course, you'd have to research what the status is with him right now and really investigate like a journalist and find out what actually happened. Quiet title actions explain securitization audits and why they're useful. Creating your own common law ID, common law motions, Title IV flag. I can't even, I'm going to start to pronounce that. Any of these Latin phrases that have legal maxims associated with them. Great idea to explain the history and the concept and the background and the pronunciation of many of those Latin phrases that we commonly use. No, lis pendus is a very simple one. That's a notice of a foreclosure action that is filed in the county clerk office in the land records related to a certain piece of property, stating that there's a cloud on the title. Any of these titles, International Convention on Maritime Leads and the significance of any of these United Nations as it asserts to your human rights, your international rights, your rights under international common law. Other legal maxims, transmitting utility, U.S. Code, CFR, UCC codes, anything is simple from that, all rights reserved, the history, what is the code, what does it actually say, all rights reserved, and what is the basis, and what are some court cases that have upheld that if you put all rights reserved after your signature, that you can reserve all your rights. Where's the history? Where does this actually come from? Instead of just some people saying it on YouTube, really dig in and provide some real research and put it out there for people. Otherwise, people are floating around on YouTube, they're looking at some of these concepts and they're saying, well, this is just theory, well, this is just this one guy, well, this is just a guy on a whiteboard with white hair and glasses, okay? So we don't want that. We want to really give people, the investigative truth or fiction related to any of this material, okay? World Service Authority passport, go through a walkthrough of how to set one up. Opening up a bank account for a trust, go through a walkthrough of how to set one up. Again, what the 14th Amendment is really all about. Getting ideas from other YouTube videos I already mentioned is something you can do. Okay, now we're at the end. The prizes. The first place prize for the best video, you will get a contract offer of ranging between $500 on the low end and $1,000 on the high end, and maybe even more than that as our organization's budget allows, where you will be contracted to make other videos that we can use on our YouTube or in our private membership weekly webinars. If you do not wish to do that, that opportunity will be presented to the second or to the third place winner. We understand that that may not be for everybody. You may not have the time or the commitment for that. The price may be too low for you. If you make a lot of money and you have your another business or another career, maybe you don't want to do that, but you just still want to participate in this contest. And so if that's the case, you can waive the contract offer, and you can select option 2 for your first place prize, which is to gain a $1,000 credit at the Understand Contract Law web store. And that again is for best video. Second place prize, $500 credit at the Understand Contract Law web store for second best video. Third place prize, $200 credit at the UCL web store. And now we go through some conditional bonuses. So in addition to those first, second, third place bonuses, we have a couple of conditional bonuses for whichever video that we do choose to post on YouTube that gets a 5,000 hits the 5,000 viewer mark. Okay, so you got to make sure your video is good enough, and at some point before the end of the year grows and reaches that amount. I mean, that could happen in a month. If you create a really powerful video that goes viral, that can happen in a couple of days. And if it's not that well, again, you got to put your time and thought into what is the topic of the video, what do you want to present, and if you put some thought and energy and effort into it, again, this is a great strategy for if you ever want to have an internet marketing career. This is a great assignment and a great project. If you can get a video on something that you're passionate about to show 5,000 views and you can get to that point without it dragging out over a year, then obviously you have what it takes to be an internet marketer. Another little, thing that you can go into as a career on the side, whether it's with us or whether it's by yourself or with some other company, or you join some affiliate company or a network marketing company or something like that. So here's the gift is a $100 Bitcoin gift card for you to save or spend. And as Bitcoin's value is predicted to rise, the value of that may go up as the price and rate of Bitcoin goes back up. Or alternatively, you can spend the Bitcoins anywhere that PayPal is accepted, on Amazon, Overstock.com, or anywhere else, online or off. The second conditional bonus for the first 5 videos selected, and so it's really from videos 2 through 6. Okay, that maybe they do not get to the 5,000. It's a race to get to 5,000 views to get that Bitcoin gift card. But if you come in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th place and your video is posted to YouTube, and we do use your video, again, it has to be good enough for us to use the video, otherwise you do not get the conditional bonus. But once it gets 1,000 views, which is not that hard to do, most of our videos on YouTube that have put any sort of creativity into it whatsoever, any sort of planning in it whatsoever, have reached eventually the $1,000 mark, 1,000 views mark, 1,000 viewer mark. So the first 5 people to hit that, which will be 2nd through 6th place, will get 20 euros. Okay, so we have 100 euros, and we'll be giving it out to 5 different people. And this is as a way to get you to touch, feel, smell, and taste other forms of international currency, because here at Understand Contract Law and You Win, we're all about if you can use any sort of money other than Federal Reserve notes that have the federal corporations, seal and all that stuff on it. If there's any way to diversify and get familiar with using and trading and exchanging in gold or silver, Bitcoin, or other forms of currency like euros, which is an international currency, then we're all for it. Okay, so we want to get you to actually, many people in America have never touched actual international currency before, and we would like to put that into your hands. We think something very magical in the world of manifestation can happen for you if we do that. Plus, you will also receive a free copy. These 5 individuals will receive a free copy of our upcoming book, How and Why to Set Up an International Business Corporation, and How to Build Business Credit. Estimated delivery date 2015. These will be some ebooks that are for sale on our website for $197. So you're actually getting $197 value plus 20 euros for coming in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th place. And the International Business Corporation is like if you have an internet marketing business, if you're an international in nature, you can sell to people all over the world. And that international business is not, taxed as a U.S. corporation. Check with your tax accountant and all those people for all the details. But we are going to come out with a book that teaches people if you're, how to have an international business set up in how to select what jurisdiction to set it up in that is either the most tax friendly or has other advantages to it, and so on and so forth. So you may want to look into that. And if you win that, then you will not have to, pay the $197. Now, the Everybody Wins reward. Any of the top 10 submissions that produce a valuable, educational, well put together, informative, credible, and accurate video. Again, if it's junk and you just threw it together in 5 seconds and you do not, you've proven that you do not research your content matter, and there's no clip art, it doesn't look nice, it's not in color, there's no articulation of the material in the presentation, then it does not count. Okay, it has to be a good video. Okay, but any video that is good, even if it doesn't get 1,000 views, if it's not 1st, 2nd, 3rd place, everybody who participates that does put a decent piece of material together will get a $100 credit, even if we don't use it, and you can use that towards UCL coaching or another service. Okay, so that entitles you to a full hour of coaching, as well as the other bonuses that we give. Follow-up email for the next 6 months, 2 to 3 follow-up 5 to 10 minute phone calls, and all of the recorded webinars that we did in 2014 are yours. You can use it for that coaching package and bonus package, or you can use it for another service to get a $100 discount on a higher priced service or product. And of course, you must sign up to become a private member through the website. Membership is free. It takes about 30 seconds. You just try to click on one of the private sections of our website, and it says, you got to be a private member. Sign in, sign to the agreement, and you become a private member. So in conclusion, we've got once a reminder, we've got actually 3 positions: sales, fundraising, document preparation, and marketing presentation. This presentation was only about option 3. If you'd like to learn more about the opportunity for option 1 and option 2 in order to work with Understand Contract Law and do this as a career, it is January 2015 as the posting. We will be sorting through people all year till the end of the year if we have to, in order to work with the best of the best and to attract the best of the best people that really have a passion, that really have a knowledge, and that really can learn quickly the things that they don't know, and people that are initiative takers and do not need employee type hand-holding. So if that sounds like you, please go to the website, understandcontractlaw.career, and you have the details on how to submit your video if you're doing it for option 3, and how you apply for options 2 or options 1. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see y'all on the inside.